With you why 30-day rankings is dollar for dollar the best online advertising technology available today. A lot of people will make that statement, we have the best product, we have the best service, but they can't quantify it. Let's talk for a moment about online advertising. First of all, online advertising falls into many different categories. You have search engines, we'll make it two, primary, and then you have social media. We're going to break this down to two categories. Social media. Social media, if you can afford, you can advertise on Facebook through paid ads. You can get a software to tweet people in your local market. This one here is questionable. It has value for recognition. Facebook, if you want to do big time advertising, costs a lot of money because it's the same concept as pay-per-click. You're putting a Facebook ad in the area of the people that are most likely to buy your product. The problem is that people don't. If you were a plumber, people are generally not going on Facebook to search for a plumber when their toilet breaks. People are generally not searching for a new restaurant on Facebook. So those ads on Facebook, although they work and have value, and social media sites, are more like an afterthought. Let me explain. When people go to search engines, they have an idea. They put in plumbing emergency because their toilet is leaking all over the house. They're probably not going to just put in plumbing emergency. They're going to put it in where they live. If they're in Queens, they'll probably put it in like that. Plumbing emergency Queens. That would be what's called a keyword. Now, why do they put it in like that? Because they're looking for the people, the plumbers in their area that deal with emergencies now. If they have an emergency, the chances are better than 95% that they're going to go to a search engine. Not on social media. They're not going to go offline to the Penny Saver or the Yellow Pages. They're going to go to a search engine. And there's a 70% chance that they're going to go to Google. So if your business is not registered in Google for as many possible ways as somebody would search for a plumbing emergency in Queens and you are a plumber, you're going to lose business. Then, out of the 70% that go to Google, 90% plus won't go past the first page. So here's your issue. 95% of people are going to go to a search engine to find your service or your product locally if you're a local business. That's a fact. Less than 5% are going to go to Penny Saver, a Yellow Page ad, or actually seek you out in social media. So you have 95% plus going to search engines. Then when they go to the search engines, you have about 70%, a little over 2/3, going to Google. So if you're in Yahoo and Bing and the other search engines all combined, it's less than 2/3 of all the searches on the web. Then when they go to Google, over 90% of them are not going to go past the first page. So if you're not on page 1 of Google, you are losing business. Period. You can't even calculate how much business that you're losing over the course of a year. Now, why is it important to be on page 1 of Google for so many keywords? Why would you want to be on page 1 of Google for 5,000 keywords? Our market research and others' market research has shown that there are generally between 30,000 and 90,000 ways that people will search for your business online. You're saying, how's that possible? Well, if you were a kitchen cabinet maker and you were in Brooklyn, this is how somebody might search for you. They might search best kitchen cabinets in Brooklyn. They're looking for the best. Or They might search discounts on kitchen cabinets in Brooklyn. Or they might search kitchen cabinet company, Brooklyn. Or they might put the Brooklyn first and go Brooklyn kitchen cabinets custom. Now, the chances are anybody that searched with this kind of depth, a person looking for the best kitchen cabinets in Brooklyn, or discounts on kitchen cabinets in Brooklyn, or kitchen cabinet company Brooklyn, or Brooklyn kitchen cabinets custom, is more likely to buy than a person who puts in kitchen cabinets. Statistics show that the more specific the search, the more likely the person is to be a buyer. Now, you want this as part of our package. One of the things we do, we call these primary keywords. We always go after primary keywords. Sometimes they take a little longer than 30 days to come on page 1, but in the interim, you're going to have 5,000 or more. It's always more because it's 5,000 plus of these viable targeted keywords. These are targeted keywords. You're a kitchen cabinet maker in Brooklyn. You want to be on page 1 for the best kitchen cabinets in Brooklyn. You want to be on page 1 for custom kitchen cabinets in Brooklyn. You want to be on page 1 for maple kitchen cabinets in Brooklyn, cherry kitchen cabinets in Brooklyn. The list goes on and on and on. What we do in our market research is we narrow it down to the best group, are usually around 50,000, and then we go for there and we try to get as many as we can above 5,000. When you pay for 5,000, chances are you're going to end up getting somewhere between 7 and 10, possibly more depending upon the quality and depth of your website. So this is why you would want to be on page 1 of Google for more than 5,000 keywords, because people are not just searching 1 or 2 or 5 or 10 or 20 or even 50 ways. They're searching for your services in thousands, tens of thousands of different ways today. As many dialects and as many ways of thinking as there are, and as many dialects of English, is how many ways they're searching for you. And you can believe it. You can do the research yourself.
Right.
All right, let's stop.